so that you can really see. Look at that reflection. Stunning. Hey you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're doing this. We're doing the look on my face today. We are doing a full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty. We're also going to be doing a full face of Westman Atelier. I know that the brands are so expensive and they came up with some products that people love this year, and specifically the concealers. I really wanted to do a full face to kind of feature the products. So if there's a sale or if there's something that you really have been wanting, but you're not really sure, that I feature it so you can see what you feel, think about the product. I love how the makeup came out today. We're just looking so good. I love, everyone kind of who watches this channel knows I'm a really big fan of Victoria Beckham Beauty products. I have some just products that I cannot stop using and that they're always kind of in my favorites. I would love to know down below if you have used their products. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. And yeah, I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty. A full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty. Let's get into it. I'm really excited. First things first, we have brows. Now I have the Victoria Beckham Brow Gel. I really like this. I got the shade Clear in this because I'm just a clear brow type of gal. And I try to, at the end here, clean off the excess product because there is a lot of product that gets on this wand. And I don't want to have too much on my brows because then it's just harder to work with when you have a lot of brow gel on. And I'm going to gel up my brows. Okay, brow gel is dry. Now we're going to go on with our brow pencil. And I have the shade Dark Brown, I believe. Yeah, the shade Dark Brown in their brow pencil. I really like this pencil. It feels really nice and luxurious, at least in my opinion. And it has a spoolie on one end and the pencil on the other. I use this a ton on camera. I'm a really big fan of this formula. And what I want to do is I want to fill in the ends. I'm getting my brows done in a couple of days and I cannot wait, but I'm gonna kind of fill in the end, but fill in the scar so that it isn't looking quite so just sparse in that area. Brows are filled. I really like the combination of these two products. If I had to pick between the two, I would go with the brow pencil, just because I really like the formula, but I really enjoy both of them. Again, with the brow gel, just make sure you clean off the one because there is a good amount of product on there and it is a more wet formula, not in a bad way, but just more wet. So you just don't want too much on the brush because then you kind of have to really like brush through a few times to kind of get it so that it isn't quite as much product, if that makes sense. I hope that does. Now we're going to move on to the base. Now, Victoria Beckham Beauty does not have a kind of complexion product unless it's a concealer. So I'm going to do a combination of these two, the CL serum, tinted serum. Is that what it's called? Yeah, tinted serum. It's an SPF of 50, and I wear the shade 8 in this. I'm just going to do about a drop on the back of my hand. Yeah, about a drop. I don't really want more than that. And I'm going to mix it with the Glow Drops from Typology. I really like this product. And I'm going to do about a drop. Maybe I'll do a drop and a half. Oh, nope, that's 2 drops. So we're going to do 2 drops. So that is what is on the back of my hand. You can see the 2 drops. I'm just going to mix them together. I really just like the combination of mixing the Typology Glow Drops with other products. It just gives such a beautiful look. I mean, can you even tell? Just look at that sheen that it gives. I'm like not even pointing to the right cheek. Look at the sheen that it gives. It's just so beautiful. And although it looks really frosty in the glass and you're kind of like, okay, that's going to look crazy, it really doesn't, I swear. Now we're going to move on on to the concealer, and I already did a full review on this. I actually compared it to the Westman Atelier if you're interested, but this is the concealer. It is kind of a click out pen, kind of like the YSL Touche Éclat, and I have the shade M1 in this, right? Yeah, M1, and I'm do about 2 clicks, and then, oh, just dropped it on my face, and then I'm just gonna place it down. Now that the concealer is on, I like to wait about 1 minute to 2 minutes with this one. So I'm gonna let this dry down, marinate for about 1 minute or 2, and then we're gonna come back and blend it out together. So give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, it's been about 1.5 minutes, so I'm gonna use my fingers to blend this out. And I prefer fingers to blend this product out, but you can use a brush. I don't love this with the sponge, but you can use it kind of both ways. This really does not crease. It's crazy and it looks very, very natural underneath the eyes. I would say for wintertime, if you are my complexion, I would even possibly go with a lighter shade if you want something brightening. Concealer is blended out. What do you guys think? So you saw how much I did. I did about 2 clicks, and then I used those 2 clicks on both my eyes, let it marinate for a little bit, and then blend it out. That's kind of the way that I like to use this concealer, but in general, I do like to let my concealer marinate. It makes the biggest difference in coverage, but also just the way that it wears. You guys let me know what you think. I've done a whole review, so I'm not gonna get too crazy on it. Now we're gonna move on to bronzer, and I actually have 2 shades, and I know I'm crazy for that, but I have a sickness, and I really like this bronzer. I have 2 shades. So this is 03. Is this 03? Yeah, this is 03 and this is 04. And I think I'm actually going to do kind of a blend of the two. 03 is my more wintry shade when I have no tan, so right now. But I do want it to be a little bit more punchy, so I might go with just a little bit of 04, which is my more summer shade. So we're going to dip in and then kind of pat it out on the back of my hand, and then we're just gonna, I'm gonna hold the brush at the back. So this is from the Makeup by L'Oreal Morphe collab, and this is their A21 brush. This is a really nice bronzer brush, and I'm gonna hold it towards the back, and I'm just gonna kind of pat it in and build up a bronzer, because I don't want to be too bronze, but I do want to kind of, I don't know, I want a little bit of dimension and warmth to my face today. So again, I'm doing a mix of both shades. So we're just gonna do that until we kind of build up to the place that we want, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, we are bronze now. What I want to do is I actually want to take this brush here, this nose contour brush, dip into the shade 03 specifically, not 04, because I do think it's a little bit too warm for me right now. And I'm going to bring it down the sides of my nose. And then I'm going to blend it out with the other side. I really like this nose contour brush. It is truly game-changing for just placing bronzer, because sometimes it can be a little bit too intense, and this just does such a good job of placing it down without it being too overwhelming. I don't know. I mean, you can do it with really any other brush, but it's just the shape and the fact that it's dual-sided. I don't know. I'm obsessed with this. Now what I want to do before I go back to the cheeks, I want to go on with this bronzer, and this is the shade 03. I'm going to dip into both shades, and I'm going to pull it kind of through my crease and kind of create a base. Then we're going to go back to the cheek, then we're going to go back to the eyes. So I'm going to do that. And this is a Sephora crease brush in the shade number 27. This is really nice. I've been really liking using this. Then I'm also going to take this same bronzer, and I'm going to pull it on my lower lash line, dipping into both shades. All right, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to move back to the cheeks, and I have two of their blushes. I have the shade Playground and Mini Skirt. Playground's the one I've had the longest and kind of the most neutrally one. And then I also have the shade Mini Skirt, which is just stunning, and I'm kind of thinking I want to go with mini skirt today. I'm in this type of mood. So I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, shade mini skirt is so beautiful. Actually, should I swatch both of them for you? Yeah, I'll swatch them both on the palm of my hand for you, so you can really see the difference between the two shades. They are so beautiful. So this shade here is Playground, and this one is Mini Skirt. It's the one that we're gonna go on with today. I just feel like it's the perfect kind of shade for today because it's kind of cold and a little bit of rainy, and I don't know, I feel like it's a good rainy day shade. Look how pretty that is. I'm gonna take this brush here. This is my new obsession. This is the Hourglass, their new blush brush. I don't know what they put in this, but it's amazing. And I'm gonna do a little bit very lightly because although it feels like, even from the back of my hand, right? My palm, back of my hand, my palm, it feels like, oh, maybe it doesn't pack that much of a punch. It does. And it is, I always, when I apply this shade, I always go way too heavy at first, and then I gotta spend too much time blending it out. So we're gonna go kind of in an oval with this. All right, I'm really happy with how the blush came out. What do you guys think? I just love, first of all, the shade, stunning, but the blend of it, this brush here, this Hourglass brush, it's newer to me. I got it during the Sephora sale, and I've been only using this exclusively, and this is almost, to me, a better version of the BK Beauty 112 that I use all the time, and also the Sephora 93 brush, which is also kind of a slant. I don't know what it is about the bristles and the way that it blends it out. I don't know if you can tell what kind of the bristles look like, but it's almost, I don't know, it blends so much better than any other cream or liquid blush brush that I've used. I'm a really big fan of this. Obsessed. I know it's going to be in a favorites this month, but I have to mention it now because I feel like I always get questions about blush brushes that I use, and it's always the BK Beauty 112 or the Sephora 93, but I feel like that brush is a better version of those. Anyways, I digress. Now let's move on to the rest of the eye. So first, what we're gonna do, Victoria Beckham Beauty, their lid luster in the shade Tea Rose. I am obsessed with this. It is so stunning. It has the most beautiful sheen to it. I wanna get a good swatch for you. Let's try here so that you can really see. Look at that reflection. Stunning. And I feel like on camera it doesn't really show how good it is, but it is incredible. And I'm just gonna place it first in the center, and I'm not really too worried about it being only in the center of my lid, but I like to start in the center and then kind of pull it out. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm just going to, yeah, oh, look at that. It's just so good. And I also am not worried about it going over the crease. It just gives like the most look at that. It just gives the most beautiful wet look to the lid. I don't know how to explain it. Just look at the difference of what this did to the eye look. It's just absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with it. I also sometimes will put it on a brush and wet the brush with setting spray or something to kind of, not even to really get it to stay on the brush more, to kind of punch it up a little bit more. It kind of gives it a little bit more sheen. Love glitter. Let me know down below if you're also a huge fan of glitter, because glitter just does something to my soul. Anything sparkly, anything shimmery, I'm immediately attracted to. What bird is it that's really attracted to shiny things? Is it? What are they? What is it? A crow? I'm like a crow. I think it's a crow. I'm like a crow. I'm just obsessed with anything that's shimmery, sparkly, anything. Give it to me, please. Anyways, now we're gonna move on to eyeliner, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do a combo of two eyeliners. So first I'm gonna take the shade, this is just Cocoa, which is their dark brown, and I'm going to line my lid. And then I just wanna take my finger and kind of blend it with my finger lightly. I don't want it to be too blendy, but I do wanna blend it out a little bit with my finger. Then what I want to do is I actually want to take the shade Cinnamon on my waterline. Just love what shades like this do to a makeup look. gives a little bit of something, a little bit of interest, a little bit of smokiness without it being too much. And I also want to take just a touch of the shade Cocoa on the outer, just blinked that into my eye, just right here. Just the outer edge, just the very outer edge. You see what that does? It just adds a little bit of something. I just love with the combination of doing cinnamon and then just a little touch of the darker shade on the outer edge. I just feel like it gives really nice dimension to the eye. Now what I want to do is I'm going to curl my lashes. So we're going to curl them with this lash curler. This one is from Shiseido. Now, before I go on with mascara, I want to do a little bit of setting spray. So we're going to do the LYS Beauty setting spray. I'm going to let that dry, and then we're going to go on with mascara and the lips. Setting spray is dry, so now we're going to go on with the Vast Lash, which is the one in the white container. It's more of a volumizing one than the black one. If you like a more minimal lash, then go with the black one because it's really nice. This is a nice tubing mascara. I'm going to do 2 coats on the top and 1 on the bottom. Mascara is on. What do you think of the makeup look? I just love what mascara does for a makeup look. It just truly, it makes me so happy. Also, the skin is looking so good. Now we're going to move on to the lips. Lips are going to be really simple today. I think I'm just going to do lip liner 04 and a clear kind of hydrating gloss on top. Lip is on. It does not look as pink or bright as it does in the monitor, or at least how it's looking. I'm going to take a picture actually of what it looks like so that you can see, because it's a very much your lips but better shade on me, but I don't know what is going on with the camera, but she is pulling a little pink, so we're going to do a picture so you can see what it looks like. Okay, good. Now we're going to do, I'm going to do just the Edam lip softening balm in the shade Butter Mochi, which is the clear shade, because I love this lip color and I don't want to change it at all. I want to find the Victoria Beckham Beauty there. They have lipsticks in this shade, but it doesn't look like they have one, but this shade is everything. It truly, let me actually take a picture of it with the gloss now. It is just such a beautiful shade. I'm obsessed with it. And yeah, that is it for my full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty. I would love to know down below, what do you think of the look? I am such a big fan of Victoria Beckham Beauty products in general. The blush, the bronzer, the mascara, the lip liner. I mean, you know, I never stop talking about the lip liner. I'm such a big fan, and I have backups. That's how you know you love a lip liner, when you have backups, because why do I feel like brands always discontinue the best lip liner shades or their lip liners? I remember when Marc Jacobs got rid of their lip liners, or just actually closed, even though they are coming back in 2024, I believe. But Marc Jacobs Beauty got rid of their lip liner, and they had a shade that I know so many people love. I'm still hunting for a dupe. I still have a little bit left of my Eau Coco, which is the lip liner shade so many people loved, and I'm keep swatching trying to find a dupe. So far I haven't. If you have found one, let me know down below. But I am such a big fan of Victoria Beckham Beauty products in general. Lip liner is just, you cannot go wrong. I love this makeup look. I actually have to go to a doctor appointment looking like this, so I'm gonna be looking real cute at the doctors. And I would love to know down below what other kind of full faces you wanna see. I know that I'm gonna be doing Westman Atelier, and I really wanna focus on these 2 brands because they are so expensive. And I feel like during the holidays is when the sales happen, when it's the time to grab stuff if you want it, or grab it for your family, friends, whomever. So I really wanna feature the products and give you a full look, because again, they're pricey and you gotta figure out if you think it's worth it and worth the money. What's good about both brands, but since we're talking about Victoria Beckham Beauty, focusing on Victoria Beckham Beauty right now, they have a really good return and exchange policy on their website. So I feel like that is really, really nice to know, just in case something doesn't work for you. You get the wrong shade in the concealer, which I did, and then I was able to get another shade, which ended up working out for me. So What's great about them is that they really, really give you some good customer service, which I love. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.